good. So, if I remember correctly, you guys are back in the city. And you've received an invitation to a party of sorts in about 2 weeks.
I thought Necro was the only one that got the invitation to a party.
Ah. It did mention to bring his group. It did mention to bring his party, though.
Oh my.
So that begs the question: is the freaking how long is the party? Is it a week away?
2 weeks specifically.
Do those fancy clothes I got from that cursed house count as fancy enough?
If you show them to one of the maids, they say, "Yeah, that looks fancy."
Enough for that party?
And she sort of and they sort of give the sort of maybe look.
We're gonna have to go clothes shopping, aren't we?
I don't know. I mean, I think as part of my bounty hunter background, I have clothes to fit any attire, really. Any place I need to fit in, and I've had to fit into high society a dozen times. I think so my clothes should be fancy enough. I just don't like wearing them because they're stuffing up tight, and I hate stuffing up tight. So I think check my stuff.
So, Necro, do you want to go and busy yourself about selecting an outfit, or?
Should have some in my wardrobe.
Yeah. The rest of you have, well, the other two. I'm assuming, Octavius, you're going to need to go for some shopping, huh?
I'm gonna need to go to some shopping. I'm also gonna try to find something to deal with the apparently because I'm acquiring a museum at this point, like a historical place to like a museum or something to go sell these artifacts and the transcripts I've been able to transcribe.
Okay. Roll a history check.
I hope the curse of rolls isn't with you. Why did I say something? I feel bad now.
That's rather unfortunate. You can't find anywhere to sell it. I mean, you think you're not that sure where you were, or where you are now. All you know is that you ended up getting... Why are you back at the house? To give you a basic overview, you went in an entire circle around the whole city. Somehow in less than a day. You're not sure how, but it did. Weird.
God damn it.
Yeah, the good news is you did see quite a few good clothing stores to go to. So, that's weird. Anyways, let's see. Chris, what do you want to do?
Well, are we first? Are we establishing that because I've done many different jobs that required me to have many different outfits, would have an outfit nice enough to for this party?
Unfortunately, most of the outfits that would be considered good enough for the party are stained irreversibly.
Oh wait. Oh, well, that comes with having to carry a whole set of cleaning things. I mean, I could cut the stains out of the outfits that have. Oh, wait. I have a spell for this that I can use. I'm just simply going to take a piece of cloth, cut the stains out of the nicest looking outfit, and cast mending.
Okay. That piece of cloth reappears into the clothing. Nothing else changes.
But the stain is no longer
The stains have always been there. You bought these secondhand.
Well, I should have a nice enough.
You did. That one's irrevocably covered in blood, and you're fairly certain it's been through a digestive system.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Most of your clothing is secondhand. It was passable enough where you could sneak through a party and not really be looked at twice. Everybody would just think, oh, it's just some commoner who somebody wanted to dress up to make themselves look a bit more important or good looking.
Shouldn't it restore it back to its original state, though?
This was its original state.
Not how that spell works. Stains aren't necessarily damage.
Yeah.
No, I'm cutting out the stain.
Yeah, so
there's
then
more
you
than
would
one
sew
stain.
it back in. Unless you have cloth equal to that kind of color, it doesn't.
And even then, it still wouldn't work because it would have to be the exact same cloth.
Okay. Well, I was thinking using a cloth of the same type and same variety.
Okay. You remove 1 foot of cloth that is stained.
On one shirt. Because that's all I really... Any other stains, I can technically cover up with a my nice long overcoat that I carry around.
Doesn't handle the smell, though.
I mean, I'm not worried about the smell.
People will be.
People won't come anywhere near me. I kind of look like a...
surprised.
I kind of look like a demon. Or a devil, actually, would be a proper term. I was surprised half the people walk up to me that do. Well, depending on where I am, it depends on my reputation. Imagine he's just saying all of this to his server, like, as he's just working on trying to make his clothes nicer. Pretending like his servo can talk back to him.
Thank you.
Mending up to everything. Make it look nice. A good watch will get it all out. I should really have the maid point me in the direction of the washroom. Or the clothes washing area. So I can try to get it clean.
Laundry.
Yes, the laundry room. I'm going to lift as soon as I'm finished with the whole mending and getting rid of the stains thing, I'm going to pick the servo up, put it in over
You
a
got
shoulder.
rid of a stain. Not singular.
The only stain that'd be noticeable
Hmm. Anyways,
And taking servo and just like watch it, get rid of the smell.
so Octavius, you want to go out and get some clothing, or
Yeah,
you just want
sure.
to call it a day? All right. You head back out, and you find a establishment known as Zeke's Tailor and Haberdashery. Looks fancy. You head in, and you see this sort of thinner, bespectacled human, like thin handlebar mustache, sort of just like anything. And customer, greetings. Do you need clothes, a hat, fashion advice?
Well, kind of all of the above. You see, I'm escorting someone to a fancy party, and I lack the proper clothes.
Oh, um, this. Do you have a preferred? Uh, I have some outfits. I'll be going back to. I will be back in the back to check on a few things. Take a look around, see if you find anything that suits you.
And the Toki has arrived.
Hey, Toki.
Are you going to put the fear of death into more children?
So, Octavius, you want to look through the store, see if you find anything that suits you? Well, a suit that suits you.
Sure, I'll look around.
All right, roll a general investigation check. This is more to sort of see what you can see. You find a lovely suit that is effectively perfect for you. You can describe it exactly as you want.
I can describe it how I want, huh?
Within reasonable limitations.
Ooh, here comes the FBI. I'm going to arrest you.
So, what does the outfit look like?
Persona 5 Joker.
You mean
Which
the
outfit?
whole long trip?
Okay.
We're going to a fancy party,
Well,
man.
it does not. It sadly doesn't include the gloves, but everything
I'm
else,
pretty sure I could buy
yes, it
those.
is there. Yeah, you can buy those elsewhere, but they won't be exactly like that, sadly. But yeah, so you find that.
That was so cute. See, she came in later. Yeah,
You find that suit. It's like, oh, good. That suit. Do you want to try
I
it
don't
on?
recall ever making this one.
No, I remember finding that, being given that from one of my suppliers. Do you wish to go and try it on? We have a fitting room in the back.
That would be lovely, thank you.
He leads you to the room, opens the door, opens like the little curtain for you, and closes it behind you.
You know, now I think about it, we probably should have done this as a group so everyone can get this done out of the way at once. It doesn't matter.
Probably. You step out, and the outfit looks good on you. A bit baggy, but what's to be expected. That can be fixed up with belts and such, and other stuff.
We'll go from Persona to Final Fantasy and just ruin it with belts.
Just one. Really, it just needs to be sort of fastened at the waist.
Alright, and how long would it take to fit it up, and how much would it cost?
You mean without the use of belts? About 3 days. I will need all your measurements, though. So, if you could change back into your normal clothing, I will take the measurements and use those as a basis.
Alright.
And
I
I
do
suppose
that.
you, and I'm guessing you do. All right, you do. You like pack up the outfit nice and neat for him. He takes the measurements and he makes a few comments. So, how long have you been in the city? There have been quite a few parties, and I'm presuming this is the first time you've needed to get an outfit.
Well, this would be the first one I'm getting an invitation for. Been out of the city for a few days, or about a week.
Interesting. You get the sense that he isn't really listening. He just wants you idly chatting, as he doesn't seem able to stand awkward silences.
Ah.
But yes, so, aside from that, there anything special you want with the outfit? Specific embroidering?
No, no embroidering. Could you recommend a place to buy gloves?
Depends. Do you want them to go with the outfit, or do you want them gloves for more...
To go with the outfit,
any-
yes.
Well, there is a store a few blocks over. One Alexander's Assortments, I believe it's called. The name might have changed. That and he kind of bites his tongue for a second. Not like literally, but more just he pauses to avoid saying something. Proprietor. He is a very fickle individual when it comes to his
Clientele?
I suppose would be the best word. Clientele could also be another word. Anyways, so. How?
And I don't believe you gave me a price.
Oh, 150. Gold, specifically.
Of course. Quick math.
You can afford that, yes?
I can't afford it. I'm doing the math to see how much I have left. I hand him the 150.
You're trying to roll for persuasion to see if you can get...
You know what? Yeah, I'm an entertainer. I'll try to persuade it a little bit of a discount. That was so close to a 19.
I'm terribly sorry, but 150 is the price. Any lower, and I simply would be losing money.
All right, I hand him the 150.
Come back and. Would you like me to have the outfit delivered, or would you rather pick it up yourself?
Yes, let's have it delivered. And I give him Noctis's address.
And I actually have to look up names. The Noctis Estate. Huh. You wouldn't happen to be related, would you?
No, just friend of the... Huh, I guess he would be the heir.
Very well. You may leave if you need to.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
You may leave.
He said, "Get the fuck out."
Effectively, but very politely.
I exit the shop and I go head to find a pair of red gloves to go with my outfit.
The closest you find is this sort of much more demure, faded red, I guess would be the best way to.
Alright, how much are those?
About 25 gold. They're leather.
Ooh.
Insanely good quality.
Gotta spend money to make money. Alright, I'll hand him the 25 gold. Or actually, no, I'm gonna try to persuade this guy because it's a different person.
Why not just try charming him? Maybe you'll fail like I did.
God damn it!
They cut it down to 25.
Wait, was
It was 25.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was 50. They cut it down to 20.
Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth.
You take it?
Yeah.
Good, because I was going to say, if you tried pushing your luck again, the price would have actually jumped to 30. Because they're being nice, and you're being a cheap bastard.
Cheap bastard! 30 gold for gloves is outrageous.
Hey, you're shopping in the rich district. They figure you can afford it.
Still, though, there's such a thing as quality over pricing.
This stuff is quality.
Pricing?
It will quite literally last longer than you. You bought stuff that will last you for a lifetime. Quite literally.
Yay.
So, Toki, what do you want to do?
I don't know. What are we doing?
There's a party in 2 weeks, and you are preparing.
Well, I don't need to prepare. I already have my clothes.
Sorry, you cut out there for me? What did you say?
You already
I
have
said-
clothes.
I already have my clothes. I'm a cleric. I have robes. I'd wear them to the party.
Huh. That's good to know. Alrighty. You alright there?
Just sick.
Alright. You can stay out for the night if you want to.
It's not that bad. Can't breathe. That's all it is.
That's kind of important.
Nah, not really.
Alright. So, ugh, ugh. Lost my train of thought there for a second. All right then. Cutting back to Octavius, do you head back to the place, or do you want to try something else? You guys do have 2 weeks. Remember, you can do other things during that time period.
That's all he's going to do for today. At some point, he'll probably ask Alicia. I think we agreed that the church might agree to buy this tar from those corpses.
Yes, I do believe they did.
All right, so some point later he'll do that. And maybe he can ask the church people where historical relevance people live.
You're gonna ask about that. Okay. There are 3 locations. I'm assuming you're asking about in the city.
Yeah.
Okay. There are 2 historical societies that would be interested in these texts. The first is about the old is one is sorry. The first is of a old sort of it's an old society of sorts that more or less just is a purveyor and collector of old oddities of the past. The other is the Arcane Academy. They have a branch specifically dedicated to historical texts. You're not sure which one would pay more, as one is private and most of their money is derived from rich folks with too much time on their hands, while the other has their funds derived from the government, from the Imperium itself. Your decision where to go.
Well, first let's deal with the church and the tar. Get that out of the way.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I was saying I'll deal with the church and what they want for like the tar first, because that's the odd man out.
All right. Okay, so you go to the church and you're greeted by an older, much more like wizened old man. He's like, "Oh, what are you? Do you have business with the church? Are you here to confess?" He's sort of like squinting at you.
Not today. I was actually told that you might be interested in, and I hold out one of the jars of tar to him.
He takes it, like opens it up, says, "Where did you find this?"
In a dwarven crypt.
Oh. Bit more specific.
Is this a church? This is me asking the DM. Is this Alicia's church?
Yes. They need to. This is a church of theirs, not the main. The main one's back in the theocracy.
Gotcha. I'm going to refer him to the mission that she went on. That one.
Oh yes, Alicia, you must be one of her cohorts.
Did he just call you a whore?
Cohort.
For all you know, he might have meant to call you that. Yes. How many jars? She mentioned you'd have something. She never specified what, though.
Was able to salvage 8 jars of this.
All right. But that does not answer the question.
Oh, he's asking what it is?
Yes, he was never told what it is by Alicia. She just said one of her hirelings would be dropping by to drop something off.
Well, crap, because all I wrote down was jar of tart. It was that dwarvish shit, right? It was
Dwarvish.
it was like it was in the
Planetarium.
yeah, it was, or was it in the statue? I forget which.
It was in the crypt. Let's just say that.
It's like me as a person does not remember.
Looking through my notes, yeah, only thing I said was found it from graves, or well, found it from graves.
You can always go to a previous video to see what it was.
Yeah, jackass, you be recording all of these things.
Oh yeah, maybe
you're recording.
Oh yeah, let me pull up that feed.
This asshole forgot he'd be recording shit. Oh my god.
Wow. I'm utterly shocked. Utterly stunned that he would forget. It would be a travesty if he did forget. It would be an absolute crime. Anyways, I can't remember myself. I don't think I was here for that one, or I had to go early for it. But it wasn't in a statue because I knew I was here for that.
Heading back to the second.
You just stayed in the statue.
You find yourself to her? No.
Man, fuck that statue.
Dagger. Yeah, so dagger.
Looks like a
rather nice
Identify them.
yes.
Anything about-
They're not going to need this stuff anymore.
See.
At the same time,
He
Octavius, you
sorta
feel like you should probably put this necklace back.
around and pulls out a small bag of coin. Here you are. It's 5 gold a jar.
Very.
And you plops down the small bag in your hands. There you go. 40 gold for your troubles. Thank you.
Did you sleep at the
Quiet on the table and not really care.
Are you all right?
He's looking through videos right now.
I think it was the sludge that was part of what was keeping that anchor together.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
So 8 jars
yes,
of...
he offers you... Yeah, so it's 5... it's 5 gold a coin. It's 5 gold a jar, so 40 gold in total.
Right, this is a church. Yeah, I'll accept that.
Right, this is a church. Like you expected more.
All right, so it's 40 gold total.
Yes, you have gained 40 gold.
Gotcha. All right, that'll be my business with the church today.
Alrighty. So, that's that.
Do you want me to finish up with the historical bullshit, or do we want to have someone else have a turn?
Let's have somebody else. All right. Cutting back to Necro. The robes are not that fancy, sadly.
Come again?
Toki. The robes are not that fancy. But yeah, cutting to Necro. Do you have any other business you want to take care of?
The 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. I meant today, though.
Come in, right?
Yeah. We still have time from the day. It's only like noon.
I'm saying we have 2 weeks before the.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to get done today?
I think I want to start making Octavia's rapier.
All right.
Holy shit! Really?
Roll a intelligence check. Alrighty. So that's a 17. You start to slowly piece it together. It takes a while, but you've began to slowly but surely build the base.
Congratulations.
So, for the most part, that solves that problem. Oh God, I gotta look up names again.
Great job.
Thargarth, what do you want to do?
I'll go back to volunteering at the church.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. We just got rid of her.
Surprisingly, they don't let you back in. Like, they turn you away. It's like, oh no, you've done enough for the children. They're currently out. There are other duties that need attending to.
Any training that needs done?
No, mostly just grave digging.
I'll have my retainers get right on that.
All right.
Then I go to the nearest night station and do the same thing.
Okay. Your retainers get immediately to grave digging. Is there anything else you specifically want to try to do?
Yeah, I said I go to the nearest night station.
All right.
And I ask the same things.
You asked, sorry, you cut out there for me. What did you say?
I say I ask the same things.
No, there's nothing that we need to get done. There's nothing. There's delivery jobs that can be done.
That's fine.
All right. They hand you like a small sack. Take this to the guard station, other side of the city.
Cool. I put it on my back and I hop on my dog and go.
All right. It takes you a few hours to do so. It more or less, it's just you trotting across the city. It's like people give you some odd looks because, let's be honest, it's a goblin on a dog.
It's a goblin on a dog in a fine set of armor. With the holy seals of death painted all over the armor, so...
Again, people just look at you funny. Like,
It's not something I see every day.
Hell, it's not even something they even really expect to see. I mean...
I'm a special case. I'm probably the only goblin in 1,000 miles that's got a scroll of pedigree.
I get the feeling you're adopted.
Your mom's adopted.
I don't have a mom.
Well, I have a mom. I don't have a dad. I have a mom.
Is that from Code Vein? Necro.
I'm not sure. I just found it.
It looks like one of those stupid ass rifles you get to pick up in Cold Vein that are completely fucking useless.
I
It's
can't
all
see anything. Great.
It's all heavy swords for me, big dog.
Well, everything's heavy for you.
No, we're talking about a Code Vein, a game that came out where you play a vampire.
Oh, okay. Different game.
It's referred to as Anime Souls.
No, I know the game. I just didn't I just thought you were still talking about with Thargirth.
Well, a rifle. I imagine a pocket pistol wouldn't be too heavy for him. For her. Heck, maybe a hand cannon would be good size.
So you get the delivery done. They're like, "What the? Okay," and they gave you this. Send this back.
Fine. May the blessing of Drathan be upon you.
They don't really give a response because you effectively said, "May the death god bless you," and it's like that's not typically something you want to hear.
And I turn around and get back on my dog.
Do you take the bag they gave you?
Yes.
All right. So. Alrighty then. So.
Oh.
Regardless.
Somebody likes their Christmas music.
Yeah.
Go to hell. That's all I take a think right now.
That's who she is.
Spaz 12. Are you sure she's not just holding a gun?
Here's a funny thing. She has a costume called Goblin Huntress.
It's
from It's from
focus on the game a little bit. Sorry, I don't.
That's all right. So, for the most part, how do you guys deal with it from there? Do you have anything specific you want to do? Bar hopping, going out in the night, going out of the town, or just finding trouble?
Who are you referring to with that? Is that just a general question, or is that a question for a person?
That's a question for all of you.
All right. Octavius was gonna do some history shit. First, get that out of the way. Get some spending cash.
So,
how much did I actually make any gold off that last job, or?
You made about 25 when you count all things assuming.
All right. I could probably sell some of the silver off I have. Silver I have off.
You're gonna have to roll an investigation to find a place that'll buy it.
Blacksmith use it to melt down and silver weapons for hunters of sorts.
Still, roll investigation, because again.
All right.
All right. So, for the most part, you do find a few places. You eventually find yourself to a actual place that sells silverware. They offer to take it off your hands for 100 gold for the whole set.
Okay. Right. I am then going to actually, because I've given up on actually trying to make my shirt clean after a while, going to go find a tailor in the copper district.
Okay. There's only like 2, and only one of them actually sells like dress clothing. The other just sells general clothes. This one, the suits are like low quality. A few of them look like they're also secondhand, but
All I'm looking for is a shirt. So I'm going to. You want me to roll investigation in this place?
Roll investigation to see if you can find anything good.
Dress shirt, jeans.
You eventually find like an old, relatively clean dress shirt and pants. You don't find anything to cover it. You don't find any kind of overcoat or anything like that.
All I'm really looking for is just a dress shirt. I'm gonna.
All right, you do find a dress shirt. It's 40 gold.
All right. I'm not gonna try to talk. I'm not cheap, so I'm not gonna try talking down the price here.
After you leave, you realize that he was totally price gouging you.
Heck, he's in the copper district. He could probably use the gold.
Fair. I mean, anyway, so
I am now going to go to a seas. Try to go to the port.
Okay.
A port of some type, or some
there is no
area.
port in the city.
Well, it's more just a place where traders tend to go through a lot.
That would be the copper district.
So, all right. The place where the traders typically stop off and buy like clothes.
That would be the other store. And it's
all right,
a pretty slow day.
Store. I'm going to look for a somewhat decent. Because let's be honest, it doesn't have to be nice. It just has to look good. I'm basically going through and trying to create the outfit I sent. And I guess I'll resend it.
Okay.
Trying to recreate that in a way. This in a way.
Yeah, I see it.
Just being the cheapest I possibly can be, and still, like looking for decent looking clothing.
You don't find much. You find like enough to make a sort of bootleg version of that. The coat's a bit ratty. The pant, you can't find like the blue part at the bottom. You can't find that at all. You do find the boots.
I'm not looking for that. That's basically a knight's attire, basic attires. So
yeah, you do find like a slightly tattered version of the overcoat. Aside from that, not much.
Okay, so I mean, I could supplement the pants, and I have boots and pants, so I'm not too worried about that. I know
boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Yeah. Okay, so you do find your outfit. Overall, it's going to be about 20. It's going to be about 25 gold for all the bits.
All right. They don't gouge me like that other person did.
So,
I still have a spending catch.
That's good to know. For the
Yeah,
most,
trust.
after that, how will you proceed from there?
I'm going to go straight back to Noctis. Me and my servo are going to go straight back to Noctis's house, and we are going to start just fixing it up a little bit, making it look nicer. You know, borrowing a sewing kit from one of the maids and making it look nicer.
Roll a sleight of hand check. This is deftness of fingers.
Okay. Sleight of hand is actually one that you have efficiency in. Oh yeah, it is.
It's passable. It still looks a bit worn, but it'll work.
All right, I'm just gonna sew the servo. So, what do you think? I know you don't have emotions or anything, but it'd be nice to be emote what I gave you some emote ability, so
So, moving back. Turkey, what are you putting in general?
Ew, chaos. Yay.
That's not chaos. If it was chaos, there'd be more tentacles.
Do I have any? Oh. Did I already send the bait? Yes, I sent my meme already, so.
Goblins.
All right, so. Octavius, coming back to you. You want to go, which historical site will you go to try and talk to?
I'm going to go to the rich, fancy people to sell the necklace, to sell the medallion of truth, and I'm going to take my manuscripts to the college. Or can I only pick one?
No, you can do that. Okay, the medallion, I need to look up the price, will fetch you 30 gold.
I'm going to try to shake it up. Hey, this hasn't been seen since this ancient dwarven. I'm just trying to persuade him.
$45.
He'll take it.
All right. Now that the sale is complete, I would have mentioned they really wouldn't have had much interest in the medallion to begin with. They're a historical site. You literally sold the magic item to the non-magic people.
Yeah, but it was forged by this ancient dwarf hero.
True. And it was magic. You think the magic university might have been a bit more interested? All right.
Are you telling me I swapped what was important in my brain?
Yes.
God damn it.
Too early now.
Too early to take it back.
No, that's fine. I have 12 beakers of magically inclined heat resistant I can sell to that academy.
That is true. And that alone fetches you 120 gold. They need stuff for experiments.
All right, are they interested in the copies of the ancient text at all?
Their librarian is, and they will take it off your hands for 60 gold total.
There's 2, so 30 each.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to bump that because it was a bitch and a half to find this shit. My roll did not proc. I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
There it is. Do you see it?
No.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, there you go. 80.
He'll take that. It pays to take down notes. Off of random bullshit.
Yep. All right, so you had your gold, and do you head back to Noctis's estate, or do you want to keep moving around?
Since I'm getting rid of my junk, I'm gonna see if I can find a place to sell these candlesticks and 12 sets of silverware.
Roll investigation check to see if you can find a place.
It's a 15.
You don't find any place at the moment. These are sort of specialty items. You need a bit of a higher roll.
Gotcha. Alright, and
so
that's pretty much all he's gonna do for right now. He might go drinking later in the week, but...
So... What do you want to do? Do you just want to head back home, or do you want to do anything else?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sorry.
Yes, I said for this day he's gonna head back home. He might go drinking later in the week.
Alright, so... Thargarth, what do you want to do?
I guess she'll go to the local tavern and buy a whole bunch of booze.
So, Necro, and both Necro and Thargarth, what do you guys want to do?
Thargarth is day drinking.
All right, you have completed your deliveries, have been given 10 gold as payment, and now you are drinking.
I'd take and drop. What barrels are 2 gold apiece? Let's drop all 10 gold on barrels for the whole tavern.
Oh, wow. You wasted all the gold you just earned?
Yep.
Alrighty. That's certainly a thing you could do. So, you are gonna spend your day drinking, quite literally. Necro, what do you want to do?
I want to finish off Octavia's weapon before we head to the party.
You're not going to be able to finish off that weapon in time.
Not in a day.
We got 2 weeks left.
Yeah, but we're still dealing with the day stuff.
I think that's what he wants to do the whole 2 weeks.
Okay then. We'll just say you don't do anything. You're just gonna like spend your time working on the stuff for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Because I don't want to think about socializing with other people of nobility at the moment.
So, all of you slowly begin to move back to the house. Except you, Thargarth. You're staying at the bar.
Everybody's getting drunk as fuck. When you realize that barrels don't cost that much and there are 40 gallons of alcohol in that bitch.
Well, no, but you bought alcohol for an entire bar of about 40 people. Gold a cup. Anybody else want to do anything, or are we gonna end this day?
I think that's everything for this day.
Okay, so Thargarth, roll a d20. All right.
It has no modifier. It's just on D20.
So you wake up in the bar. Huh. You had curled up under one of the tables and sort of just slept there, and nobody noticed you somehow.
I've slept in worse places.
Yeah. Likely.
I get up and I stretch. What are my surroundings like?
All right. Sorry, Thargarth, you cut out for me. What did you want?
I said I get up and I stretch. What are my surroundings like?
It's a bar.
There's a dead body in the corner.
I have no idea why that is there.
There's no dead body.
Is the bar in service or did they close at some
They're
point?
closed up for the night. They're closed up for the day, actually.
Well then. Is the door locked? Is the door locked?
No. It's unlocked. There's still people inside, like tidying up the place. Like there's a guy behind the bar who just looks up. Oh, you're up. Just let yourself out. I would have kicked you out, but well, you spent 40 gold here in 3 hours. I decided to let you stay.
Generous. And I stagger towards the door. I'm only like 4 feet tall. That was a lot of alcohol.
I've seen shorter drink more.
I am not a dwarf.
But you sure drink like one.
Remind me to punch Octavius when I get to the house. I say to the air for no reason. And on the street I go.
I want to punch an idiot.
All right, cutting back to the others.
Wonder what's for breakfast, though. Breakfast!
Thargarth, it is at this point that roll a con save.
Yeah.
Breakfast!
You are lucky that the hangover just results in a mild headache. Nothing too bad, honestly.
Just had to get the blood flowing through the limbs, you know. I get on the bull mastiff and I head to the house.
Okay. Cutting off to Necro.
Yes.
What is your course of action, sir?
Morning tea while writing in my journal. Bothering Octavius for his rapier.
So, Necro, you said you were doing something, or?
He is having tea while writing in his book.
Yeah. What are you writing about? The tea?
Still working on the armor design.
So, Chris, what are you doing?
I am, general maintenance, working on new attachments for my servo. Making a nice
Alrighty.
attachment, and I shall start calling you Stabby every time you have these on.
Alrighty then. So, I do wonder. Roll a base d20.
All right.
Alrighty. You've gathered over your last 2 days, you've gathered a bit of information about. Remember your little favor to your dominatrix friend?
Yes.
Oh.
No, the favor.
You've gathered a bit of information about the girl she wanted you to find. Mostly, while you were searching for while you were looking around the merchants, you bumped into a few. As luck would have it, you ran into one who did a less than legal move and helped her get in touch with the contact of one of the syndicates that operates in the theocracy. Specifically, and I need to look this up because it is a part of my old notes.
Your old notes.
A lot of notes. I've written a lot of stuff.
I honestly almost forgot
about her. It is known as
her.
Estragal's Legion. It is a cult to the god to the betrayer god of secrets. They run nearly every criminal enterprise within the theocracy. Supposedly, he got her in touch with some of their members. And after some mild threats, you were able to extract the location of this individual themselves.
All right.
So, from there, you have your own ideas after a while. You have this information jotted down in your book. Now, if you bring this up with them, you might be able to get a bit more info with your group. You might be able to get a bit more info. But so
I'm probably going to start with Noctis. First, Noctis, have I introduced you to Stabby yet?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Noctis, have I introduced you to Stabby?
Who's Stabby?
I'm gonna lift my Suro in my hands with the 2 blade attachments on it. This is Stabby.
A pleasure to meet you.
Does this whole little head nod thing,
Actually,
mimicking the emote of, the pleasure's all mine, sort of thing, without ever actually saying it.
there's something you need.
Yes, and I'm going to share the information I have with Noctis. Do you know anything about this group? We're seeing you have a little bit of
Noctis, roll history. Thargarth, are you back in the house or are you out?
I just busted in the door for a breakfast.
You overhear them talking about Estragal's Legion, a group you have rather some experience with, but since you weren't being asked, you're going to stay quiet. It's polite not to interject in conversations that you're not a part of, and also you want food, so you don't want to piss off your host.
I mean, he's a part of the group. He wouldn't exactly, if he has something to say, not exactly interrupting. I'm 10% sure I would have said that to him at some point in time. Or if I need information and I'm asking anyone if he knows it, it's probably best. Oh god. I'm dying. Sorry.
Please do.
So, Noctis.
Oh, sorry.
Roll history.
22.
Alrighty. You know little about this group. What you do know is that at a certain point, your mother when you were much younger, your mother made a deal with one of them in the past. Specifically, she was asking for information around your parentage, specifically father. They didn't provide anything, so the deal was cut off. What you do remember, though, is that specifically members of the group don't have any names. It's weird. They take on numbers or colors or other objects as names. They cast off their own. You don't know why.
Nope. I don't know anything about those group. As I said to Christopher.
Alright, I'm going to turn to the other person. Have you ever actually told me your name, Tigress, or I just still only know you as the green person?
I haven't told anybody my name except for the one lady, because she's the only one that asked.
So, green child or green person. Right. You never told me your name, and I never thought to ask. So, do you know anything about this? I'm going to show him all the information I have. Show her all the information I have. Sorry. So it's most characters being male.
Well, Brian?
Tokyo.
Sorry, I didn't hear what the question was.
He's asking me about that place.
The place. You mean the group? Rolling. You need to roll a history check yourself.
Give me 10 seconds. I gotta walk back downstairs.
I
I was actually eating food.
Oh, no, I feel bad.
You feel bad. Try eating food when you can't breathe.
Trust me, I've almost coughed up a lung from hearing that, so I know.
Try sleeping without breathing.
I do that already. It's not that hard.
I mean, I imagine you get used to it after a while. Slowly suffocating yourself to sleep. That is.
I believe she is too busy stuffing her face to acknowledge you. I was talking to Eric. I only rolled a 12, so I said she's too busy stuffing her face to acknowledge you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, I was checking on notes. Okay, for you, you know that specifically they give up their names and they give up names, titles, and any other such paltry information about themselves to the god Estrigal in exchange for the ability to tap into the innate ability to lie, deceive, trick, backstab, and generally be a specifically, this is to help them when they need to deceive others to ensure that they can always extract the most while giving up the least. For them, there's not much, really. Aside from that, I mean, the entire point of the organization is to be secretive.
They're a bunch of assholes that give up their names so they can lie better.
They're also the most, and they're also one of perhaps the most egregious offenders of the theocracy's laws within the entire theocracy itself.
You probably get a lot of money. You bring a bunch of them in.
Yeah. I'm not exactly have a bounty. A favor I owe. I kind of been too busy to die. Phil.
Most of them are only human.
So anyways,
So, sorry, could you repeat?
I said okay.
All right. Yeah, that's about all.
Well, trying to. I don't think Octavius would know anything of use.
You can always ask.
I mean, he dealt with plague stuff. I doubt he would have to deal with the super dark, seedy underworld. Most people like that tend to avoid the sick and dying until after.
So are you asking Octavius or?
I'm not gonna bug Octavius about this.
All right, Octavius, what are you doing in?
I'm sorry, you cut off right at the end.
What are you doing in all this time?
He's eating a breakfast.
You're just eating breakfast. All right, you're having a hearty breakfast of biscuits and eggs.
Breakfast of champions.
Yes.
One of your biscuits goes missing.
No. Just for the sake of humor, I'm going to not for the sake of humor.
So should we plan the rest of the week and a half now?
We shall plan the rest of this week, as we will be taking this by a weekly basis.
Gotcha.
So, today is currently Tuesday. Well, the analog of Tuesday. For you all, it's the second day of the week. What do you want to do for the remaining 5 days? We will start with Necro. I know you simply want to be working all the time on that. On the rapier. All right. Roll 3 intelligence checks. This will determine. I'm not looking for like success for. I'm just looking for an aggregate number. Roll 3 intelligence checks. Okay, so 14 plus 11 is 25. Plus 17 is. All right. You only have to spend 20. You only have to spend 25. No, that would be a higher number. 85 gold in parts and materials. But you also have made up a small amount of more intricate, expensive parts. For the most part, the rest of you... misspoke. Necro, the parts are fairly easy to find. For you at least. The parts are a bit costly, but you managed to cut deals. They know you well enough. So, beyond that, the rapier is coming along well. It is in a rudimentarily stable state. It's not ready to be used yet as anything more than a simple rapier, and you're more than likely aware that attempting to use the alt functions would likely break it at this point in time. But for now, things are progressing well. Octavius, what do you want to do for this for these next 5 days?
All right. Well, for the days, Octavius is going to try to get Noctis's confidence up and try to help him with his people problems under the guise of helping him work on the rapier. So that's how his days go.
Roll charisma checks. 3 of them.
He was planning to do something different at nights. Is that okay? Did you hear me, Brian?
Sorry, no.
He was also planning to do something else at night. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just means it's gonna affect the overall thresholds that you need to pass, but roll it.
I owed 85 gold, right?
Yes, you had to spend 85 gold.
Damn.
But those 85 gold is coming out of Xavia's pocket.
Yes.
Wait, the 85's coming out of my pocket?
What?
Well, I am building your rapier, and I'm technically broke.
Alright.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Good thing I sold some shit.
Not only that, we never split up the party gold.
I forgot about that. Oh, I'm gonna take the 85 out of mine because it's technically a weapon for me. Okay, I rolled shit, which fits this how well this would go.
12, 9, 10, so 22, 31. It's well, I mean, you got a full hour of conversation out of him over 5 days, but progress.
Just so I have a clear understanding, why do I still have a bag of holding with Lucy's clothes in it?
On your character sheet or in the party loot?
In the party.
It's because we never wiped that shit.
Thank you for reminding me.
Lucy, no!
Where did I put it?
It's in journal.
No, I know that part. I'm trying to find it.
It's under the Nightingale family.
Really, there's still another bag of holding that we have. With gunpowder, alcohol.
I still have freaking whispers from Rainer.
That's still that's the bag of holding with Lucy's clothes in it. No! Lucy!
To be fair, the freaking names tag still has all our past contacts.
Suncell, Archibald, Peacekeeper Barretts, Magnus
The Orc
Altier.
Barbarians.
One moment, my cat is blocking the screen. Ezreal, what are you rolling?
Something.
So, the rest of you.
I was gonna do things for night, remember?
Oh, sorry. Octavius, what do you want to do for night?
For the nights of this week, Octavius is going to try to give himself a reputation by performing at various pubs and taverns with my entertaining shit. Maybe get a little bit of information and also spread the love to those who need it most.
Roll 3 more roll 3 is performance thing.
Performance is a thing. And I'm
Roll 3
proficient
performance. Yeah, roll 3 performance checks.
Ooh. Hey, Alexa. Roll 3D20.
Oh my god! I'm getting the same rolls. Okay, one good one. Jesus. I got two. I rolled two of the same numbers.
Yep.
So not horrible.
Alexa, switch TV.
Thargarth, what do you want to do? Octavius, to give you a bit of a... You earn, over that period of time, 45 gold.
Nice.
TV.
Sorry. Sure.
Ah, your dick. What was that? Oh, the other option's free.
You also, good lord, bed quite the number of women and a few men. You were drunk those nights.
Gotcha.
Granted, one of them looked like a chick, so
He looks like a lady.
not exactly your fault.
Dude looks like a lady.
Yep. Thorgirth, what do you want to do?
I guess during the day, I'm going to be training the one guy that wanted to be a knight that's in my retaining group.
All right.
And putting
Roll
him through the ringer.
roll athletic checks.
So a normal D20. Got it. Oh, wait. I have 4 in athletics. Yay, athletics.
Huh?
Be thankful I am drawing all the bullshit away from you.
All right. Roll 2 more. 3 athletic checks for the 5 days. All right, you get him a good way. You have started to train him in what weapon do you want to train him in?
My specific weapon of choice is the tridents.
All right. You begin training him in the trident. Do you train him in a net or just the trident?
Just the trident.
Alrighty.
He wants to be a knight, so I'm not gonna train him gladiatorial style. I'm training him with a knight and shield.
Alrighty then. You slowly do.
And then at night, I join Octavius on his romp through the.
Hmm?
And then I said at night, I join Octavius through his romp through the town.
All right. You also get mad stinking drunk. Do you bed the women? Do you bed the women folk as well?
Let's see. Wisdom.
Roll charisma checks.
Where's my wisdom?
No, you got to do it with your charisma. You bet a few, actually.
How did I get better rolls than him? Except for
I don't know.
How do you have a 7 in performance and still not beating me?
Because I'm rolling 2s and 4s.
So
I'm a goblin, for fuck's sake. A very sexy goblin, but a goblin still.
Where's goblins today when we need them?
I was just looking at one of those things. It's like, what do you want to do? I want to hunt goblins.
So, you guys have that fun. It is currently the Monday of the start of the next week. Oh wait, Chris, what do you want to do for the 5 days?
Also, at some point, I punch Octavius in his kneecap.
Considering how drunk I was, I probably deserved it.
Christopher Redfield.
Contact lost. Get it next time.
Christopher Redfield. I actually do have a longer name. It just that's a nickname. That's a title I've earned. Sorry, my headset was acting out for some reason.
Everybody's headset is acting up. Everybody cuts out every once in a while. And Brian robots for me every 5 seconds.
Sorry.
Anyway.
1 moment.
Okay. Never mind. Guess what, fans?
Sorry, can you guys hear me better?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Chris, what do you want to do?
I am going to try to increase my reputation in town to a positive one.
All right. That's going to take a while. Roll general. Just roll general d20s. 3 of them.
All right.
Ooh. That not one, though.
So, 1.
Why are you fighting old ladies, dog?
You unfortunately have to kick a few puppies. That's the price you got to pay for keeping public order.
Well, it's not like they were rabid puppies. Let's not get
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
They're rabid puppies.
More demonic puppies, but yeah, still doesn't look that good. You did keep public order though, which does give you a bit of credit, but
It's more I'm trying to do right by the common folk and not by the people who really matter.
Yeah, it does take a bit of time, to be honest.
Well, I got time right now.
Time is on my side.
So,
Yes, it is.
we're at the beginning of the next week, Monday specifically. Who do you want to go with? What do you want to do for this day?
Wait, did Octavius ever get his poles back?
They were delivered. They would have been delivered.
Oh yes,
in
the
that
clothes
week.
were delivered already. The clothes were delivered earlier. My bad. So, you now have your outfit.
And they never saw it coming. I said it.
It was the last surprise we had for the week.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
It was the last surprise we had for the week.
So, who wants to go first? Who wants to do things? You have a full day to waste for yourselves.
I want to eat breakfast.
You have a breakfast. It is quite literally just eggs and toast.
Awesome. Anybody that comes down, I steal their toast.
Okay, you steal 2 loaves worth of toast. And at one point, Octavius, as you come down, you just see Thargirth like unhinging her jaw to stuff toast inside.
God. I'm gonna be honest, the only thing I eat is a piece of toast, so when she tries to steal, I'm holding it higher than her. Before
Sure
going
you
back
want
to
to do
wherever
that?
before going back to wherever I'm hiding with and working on whatever I plan to work on during the day. Because I'm hiding somewhere where I won't make a mess where I can't clean it.
Just thinking about it, I think your robot serves more of something that serves butter at its only true purpose.
My robot does more than serve butters. I change the things out back to claws. So it can grab stuff for me.
No,
What? Oh my god.
You get the reference, right?
Yes, I get the reference. I hate it, but I get the reference. Well, I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't. Anyways.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to do?
Alright. I am going to work on making a sort of a... Are weapons allowed into this party?
I'm gonna assume there are guards here, so probably not.
Then I am going to see if
I'm
Noctis
pretty
wants
sure
to.
if you don't have like if you're not a knight or you're not city watch, they're not gonna allow you to bring a weapon.
You guys can just ask the person who knows of this city's customs when it comes to like large gatherings of the noble class.
Hey, Strange Blood. Noctis, buddy. I know you hate me, but besides the point. Would I be able to bring my gun in just in case something happens?
I am shut in my room for the next 24 hours until I'm done. And
I thought you were done.
And I do not answer to the door whatsoever.
Good thing I completely ignore all customs. But if not, I do have an idea, a plan, a complete.
Octavius will ask Monieka.
Do you want... Well, that depends. You technically can bring a weapon in, but that also means you get stabbed by about 45 different weapons. So please, bring one for all I care.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that answers the question. So I gotta take it apart. And smuggle a piece in on each of you. Come on, things go south. We're going to want to have some way to get our equipment. Huh?
I walk out my room, say, technically you could bring weapons so long as they're ornamental, not so large as your cannon. Take a pot of tea and go back to my room.
Wait, what if I hid my weapon in my bag of holding?
They'll probably confiscate your bag of holding.
Well, they don't know. All my bag of holding it has, and it's something's going to start dumping out my contents.
They'll still take the butt. All right. You dump out the contents. They'll still take the bag.
And just
You're going to a place where the richest of the
child's
fucking
charm
rich are going to
bracelet,
meet up.
a
They're not letting
translucent
chance
toy.
go by.
Sorry, could you repeat that, Octavius? I didn't hear you.
I was just explaining, this is a place where the richest of the rich in this country are meeting for a party. You're not going to be able to sneak Jack in.
Unless we bribe someone. Or have someone that can help us.
You want to try bribing someone who's working for the richest people in the world? Good luck with that.
Or
some people just want money.
Get someone on our side?
I have a weapon for these occasions. It's called an ornamental trident. Have fun.
Well, that's
still not going to work.
They just said I could bring ornamental weapons in.
No, I'm starting to get the feeling like we should have actually. It would have been a little better if we did switch to the actual artistic. At least the weapon and spell slot thing.
All right.
Anyways, what's been done, been done. We can't change it now. Anyways, I'm trying to think of, because if things go south, we're going to want to defend ourselves. And I'm not good without my weapon. So, and if the common folk are, if I'm good with the common folk would want to work with me to help me out in some way.
Yes, but that you're presuming they'd have a way to help you. They don't.
So there aren't any servants that would be considered common folk.
They're all probably up in the upper district. Under lock and key of effectively not going past the walls.
Word travels.
Not in this case.
You're trying to make a situation that's not going to work.
Yeah, the most they know, you kicked puppies. If you're trying to rely on your rep here, it's not going to work. If anything, it's going to
No,
backfire.
I'm not. I'm trying to think
Octavius
of.
has a
Oh,
better
no.
rep than you right now, and that's saying something.
Yeah, Octavius has slept with a few of them.
I'm honestly trying to figure out some way to make sure we're somewhat well armed whenever we go in, or have some way to get our armament and equipment in case something happens. I'm trying to strategize a little bit. All right, something I don't do very often, but I'm trying to now.
And I appreciate the attempt, but you're strategizing off things that you can't rely on.
I know. I'm thinking of everything, and I'm mostly putting off the stuff I've seen in video games. All right? The other thing would be having some way to hide our equipment inside, or teleport our equipment inside.
Again, we're so new to the city, no one's going to be willing to do that for us.
There are plenty of other if we had like 2 value holdings that are connected to each other in some way. But that's not going to work because that would be part.
Chest of bag of holding.
I know.
I think that's a homebrew item, but god damn it, would that be expensive and broken as shit?
It'd be. Oh yeah, I guess it would. Unless you, instead of having the bag of holding be connected to another bag of holding, be connected to a set location.
Even then, that's still... Okay, we need to stop
And
talking
if
about
the
theoretical
holding-
magical items that we can't afford.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm honestly trying to think, use my inventor brain I'm supposed to have technically.
Alright, here's what we know. We cannot convince anyone to do anything for us in this town.
So we'd have to find some other way to get stuff. No, I'm not. I've gotten off that. I'm trying to think of other things right
Okay.
now. You want to bring some ideas up, or am I just going to be alone with this thought?
Octavius isn't going to talk to you after you've decided to do something else.
Octavius, what do you want to do for the rest of the day?
Well, first off, I'm gonna ask like Monieka or someone if there's a place I could sell this high-class silverware and candles. That's gonna take like an hour.
So could you repeat that last part?
The last bit was that's probably gonna take an hour.
Yeah, it is. So you want to do your thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then he's gonna spend the rest of the day kind of like using his old talents to like pick up information about the city. Maybe try to figure out who the frick this random elf girl was that he's seen in 2 different shady bars. But he's been with a troop of bards. He knows how to pick up information.
True.
But first, the silverware and candles.
Slowly, but surely, you do find out a bit more information. She's going to be at the party.
Oh, lovely.
That's about it.
Well, that's all I needed to know. Now, about those silverware and candles.
All right. Roll another investigation check. You're going to need to figure out where it is.
I was going to ask Monieka.
Okay, that's what I got jumbled. Yes, Munieka says they could take it from you. You wouldn't get paid, but she'd like you. And that would mean she'd not actively want to wish for your death.
Going from negative to neutral with Monieka. I'd say that's worth the cost of whatever these are.
All right, you hand them over.
12 sets of silverware and 3 candles.
So, you give that over to her.
Yep.
And for the most part, that's pretty good. You figure out that, yeah, she at least, if nothing else, tolerates you at this point.
That's the most she's liked me ever.
Yes. Hell, even Octavius would be a bit envious.
Do you want to rephrase that?
Even Octavius, even Necro would be a bit envious of this.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Well, you're envious of it too, because this is the most she's liked you, and that's because you gave her fancy stuff.
First time you ever had to fight someone love, right? So, if I was to want to formulate a plan of some type, using using what information I have,
You don't really have a way to get in anything that wouldn't be allowed in.
so what type of party is this exactly? It's just a hey, look at all the money I have party.
Yeah, again, they're not gonna want to let anything illegal in.
Wait, my
I mean,
Cannon
you still
isn't
have your
illegal.
magic.
I said my magic is literally modify the world, not damage the world. Like all my magic, except for Thaumaturgy and Hellish Rebuke, does something to modify the world.
You know cantrips.
No, I don't.
Aren't you an artificer?
I'm an artificer. An artificer doesn't have at least the
Have
version
you
of the
not
artificer
read the
I have.
official list?
We're still using the Unearthed Arcana.
Oh, you're using the Arcana version. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were changing things up when the official came out. All right.
Brian said leave it as it is.
All right.
If it was the official stuff, I would be perfectly okay because I can call a cannon using a spell slot.
We'll have to discuss it at a later date, but
Yeah.
for now. So, the point is, you're going to have to improvise if you want to bring something in. Just because you can't bring in your cannon doesn't mean you can't bring in some random knickknacks and use that for modification.
Yeah, but like I said, most of my spells, my cannon is my primary damaging stuff. Is my primary damaging. All my other, aside from Hellish Rebuke, all my other stuff is literally curing, jumping, and grease.
So, could you get by with just a metal rod with a hole through it?
Nope, it has to be my entire cannon.
I'm willing to bend the rules here and say feasibly you can make a rudimentary version of it with that material. I mean, you need a wooden stock, but yeah.
I mean, I need the.
Oh, you could get a cane to look like that.
Oh, wait, I mean, technically I could, but I'd lose my ability to use a Thundermonger. So
Another effort. You're going from zero weapon to shitty weapon. Take what you can get.
No. I can make a single shot sort of thing.
Lose the Thundermonger. You just have to re-imprint upon it.
Well, the Thundermonger pretty much just makes it. I imagine just makes it a long shot, a shotgun scatter sort of thing. If we're going from something that I can magically incline to go wide to something I kind of have to keep going small.
It's your best bet. But again, you can switch between what you're imbuing with your weapon-based enchantment. Meaning, you can either have the cane or the Thundermonger. You're just turning the Thundermonger back into an inert piece of machinery for a while.
All right. Fair enough. I'm trying to keep it with like how I understand the how I come to understand the Artificer right now. But anyways, we'll go with the cane idea.
So, Thargarth, after you're finished stuffing breakfast down, what do you want to do for the day? So, Thargarth, did you say something? Because I didn't hear anything.
What's up?
What do you want to do for the day after you have finished stuffing your face with breakfast?
I'll go back to training my retainers.
All right. Roll an athletics check. You trained him very effectively. He is now on par with a well-trained knight. Do you want to do anything else, or do you want to go out drinking for the night?
I will go back to drinking.
Alrighty. Octavius, what do you want to do?
I thought I already did it.
Oh, yeah, you did. My bad. Sorry. I'm getting mixed up here. Necro, what do you want to do? Wait, no, you also work on it.
It's Chris's turn.
Oh, yeah, Chris. Sorry, Chris. What do you want to do? I'm trying to remember who's doing what.
I'm going to make a threaded cane, but with the gun instead of the actual, whip part of it.
That'll take a lot of tinkering. Roll intelligence.
The one thing I'm technically kind of good at.
Wait, are you making the whip cane from Bloodborne?
Except without the whip, the cannon. Think more Roman's cane.
Oh,
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Better description.
On my cousin.
You're able to make a rudimentary version. You're not able to attach the sight, unfortunately.
Well, I wasn't really making Roman's cane. That was just a good example of what I was talking about. Oh, you. Okay, never mind. I took you too seriously there.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so that's most of your day. Do you want to do anything in the night, or
Just kind of make it, make sure the barrel is all nice and clear and, nice. Make sure I can actually fire it without too much issue.
you get it to the point where you can get it sort of all right. It's not going to be pretty, but it'll fire. It'll do something.
I have never gone for pretty, so that's fine.
All right, so you do that. Now, moving on. We are on the week. You have 6 days, or rather 5. The party is on Sunday. This is to mostly ensure that nobody gets a bit too crazy with drinking. And because most of them probably have work, most of them probably have to do stuff. So, for the rest of you, how do you proceed? First, we'll start with Necro. Are you still working on the rapier?
Yeah.
Roll one more. Roll 3 more D20 intelligence checks.
Oh.
All right. You only pay 20 gold, and you have the rapier fully functioning for the most part. It can only fire once, though, if this is the rapier I'm thinking of.
Resputa? Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh god damn it, I just thought of something.
What?
We could have melted down some of that silverware and silvered the rapier.
Probably.
God damn it. Hindsight.
50-50, as they say.
What? What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, I was asking Chris.
Hindsight 50-50. Hindsight is 2020 sort of thing.
Yeah, well. Anyways. Moving back to the original points. The rapier works. It only fire one shot. And even then, same rules of ranged attacks apply. Unless, of course, you've buried it into somebody. In which case, you don't need to roll, you'll just hit automatically. So, you've managed to finally do it. And you hand the rapier to Octavius. It's a good thing. It's got a firing mechanism and a single bullet. Then you'll have to carefully reload it because, well, you're going for something that functions rather than something that's easy to use.
So how much damage is the bullet?
The bullet is 2d6. It's not a big bullet, and it doesn't fire that fast.
Nice.
It fires and hits. So, Octavius, what do you want to do?
The only thing I can think of for him to do is
Party and drink.
Entertain.
Get drunk.
Get information and spread the love.
So, how do you drink?
Roll more performance checks. You do pretty good. Another 40 gold.
Any random information I cleaned off during this week?
You do get a name. Unless you already have said name, in which case it's useless to you.
I have no name for this random elf woman.
Melisandre.
I'm
Only
sorry.
name she's given.
I'm sorry, did you just say Melisandre?
Yes.
Alessandro,
From
I
freaking
heard.
Game of Thrones?
You might see some similarities in your own. It's a good name. I use it. She's not going to set you on fire or birth shadow demons, if that's any help.
Uh huh. That's probably
So,
one of its biggest. That's probably one of its biggest kinks. To be safely lit on fire.
so, Thargirth, what do you want to do?
I'm probably just gonna stay in the house until the party.
That's fair. That's fair. Chris, what do you want to do?
Same thing I've been doing. This isn't actually for the party to get stuff for the party. It's just kind of generally want to spread goodwill among people. Try to build up my reputation a little more. Trying to build up my reputation more again.
All right, roll 3 20s.
Oh my god, again.
More puppies got kicked.
But the first two were pretty good. You get in line there.
You got 2
I know.
ones.
That's the problem, though. Well, at the very least, nobody was in the question that the puppies were possibly good. Doesn't change the fact that you still kicked the puppy.
Well, puppies aren't so great. That's why I only have servos.
Okay. I believe that's all. So, big night of the party. You all get dolled up, fancied up in your nicest gear. And you all head to the party. It's in one of the larger estates. You can't lie, it's a Necro. You're rather envious of this one. It's a rather large one. Honestly, for most of your younger life when you lived in the city, you have to admit that it's quite possible you may have wanted to at some point plan to try and take over this family so you could live here. It's a beautiful estate, large, expansive, with several towers and buttresses, all the things a burgeoning castle needs. So, the place looks nice. You look nice. Do you want to head in? Did I cut out for you guys, or?
No, I'm just waiting
sorry.
to hear what everyone else wants to do.
Come on, don't be so nervous. That was
But I'm also
Octavius trying to give a pep talk to Noctis.
And I'm the freaking the fuck out.
Did you say you're freaking the fuck out?
Alright, I'm gonna try to... What do you want me to roll to try to calm Noctis down?
Roll charisma.
Can I help with that?
Have you guys played Three Houses?
Yes. No.
Do you know who Bernastella is?
I believe I do.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Oh, God.
So you helped, correctly? Correct?
Yeah, I was gonna help you because I'm actively trying to calm him down as well.
So,
All right.
Chris, roll it with advantage.
I already rolled. I rolled 5 and a 17. You can see him, right? You don't need me to roll again?
Hmm.
You want me to roll again? Just
No, I see it. Charisma.
Huh.
All right. You manage to slowly calm him down. Necro, you feel a bit better. It's it's still a bit of a oh boy. God. You're gonna need to take a few deep breaths there, but for the most part, you're good. You should be good. Okay. So, do you want to head in?
I mean, of course we're heading in. We kind of have to head in. One way to advance the plot forward.
Unfortunately, I think we have to make sure Noctis is in front of us for this.
Noctis, you're the
Noble
one that needs to actually. Yeah, you're the one with the invitation.
Oh, did Alicia get roped into this as well, or is it just us?
Hmm?
Did Sister Alicia get roped into all this?
No, she's back at the house.
Darn.
She has other business. Hmm?
Darn. We're all alone in a party full of assholes.
Hesh. I whispered to Chris, when it comes to insults, these people can see through walls.
Oh, I'm kind of well known among. I do have a reputation just for actively, unconsciously insulting people without realizing it.
And for apparently kicking dogs, but you didn't hear that from me.
A lot of dogs. Why do you think I keep Stabby around? He'll never abandon me. But I don't have anything that could possibly threaten anyone on my servo.
Don't worry, we'll probably get first by the guards the minute we walk through the door.
So, were any of you dumb enough to try to bring weapons?
I was going to wear my studded leather under my suit vest.
All right.
I do what I always do and wear my chainmail, but that's just out of habit more than anything else. Or not my scale mail underneath my armor.
That and the ring of protection. I'm going to leave the helmet at home.
Okay, that's rather easy to do. You do that. For the most part, things go well. You manage to get through. The Vorgard stops you, Chris. The cane.
Just the regular cane.
Do you want to
Spitting
get
it
thrown out?
Huh?
Do you want to get thrown out?
It's really just a cane. I bought it at a store the other day. I'm trying to look my fanciest.
Looks to the other guard, who quietly makes the motion of cracking his knuckles, and he's continuing to hold out his hand.
Are you two dating or something? I mean, you'd make a lovely couple.
He takes the cane from you. He looks it over. He
Oh,
hands
you
it
just
back
want
to
to
you.
examine it. You should have just asked that. I would have handed it to you. I'm not good at bringing stuff like that. Oh, goes completely over my head. Oh,
He whispers something to the guy behind him. He nods before turning around and heading back inside the house, heading back inside the mansion.
is he
The rest
gonna-
of you are fine. Go on in.
So no, really, are you actually dating? Because the way you communicated there without
I
saying
drag
words
him
is
by
just
his
wonderful.
tail. Do not embarrass
didn't say I
us
could go
at
back
this fancy
inside.
party.
What?
Octavius, Necro, and Thargarth, you all go inside easily.
While Chris keeps arguing with the guard, getting himself ready to get knocked the fuck out in the gutter.
I am not arguing with the guards. I gave my cane up to him.
And he gave it back after he looked it over. Then you started talking again.
What's your
No,
passive,
I'm
what's all of
simply
your
at-
passive perceptions?
11.
Not great. Also 11.
13.
Thargarth, Toki. Toki.
What's up?
Passive perception. What is it?
10.
All right. You get in and everything's good. You can start mingling. There's a few people of interest that you might want to look into, but beyond that, everything looks good. What do you guys want to do?
I find the food table.
All right. There is a pretty good banquet table.
Food.
I'm going to try my best not to attract attention to me.
Kind of difficult not doing that.
Especially since I'm gonna go out of my way to see we stick out like sore thumbs.
I always stick out. Anyone who wants to come up and talk to me, talks to me about my skin, my tail, my stubs on my forehead.
She's a goblin. I have pale skin and white ashen hair. He's got a mask. We stick out.
Yeah, you all stick out, unfortunately. But for the most part, you guys don't think you're being followed. Yes. At least it appears you're not. Regardless, the rest of you. You're all milling about. Thargarth, you're inhaling food, and nobody's really confident enough to say anything.
To the little goblin eating food.
Well, yes, because it's a goblin. Those things don't play around.
I mean, I've met a few goblins that actually enjoy playing a good game.
Regardless, the rest of you.
I head outside the those balconies that heads towards the garden.
You slowly make your way up and around the area. It's a bit messy, mostly because people are all over the place, and you make your way to a balcony. The sudden rush of cold air from being inside a rather packed, heated area made warm from all the bodies gives you a bit of a rush of air in gives you a bit of a rush and peps you up a bit more. Whew! Oh boy, that was definitely good.
I'm still avoiding all things. Gonna go make sure Noctis stays okay. I'm making sure Noctis remains okay. Completely
Chris
fine.
is playing the bodyguard.
All right. So, Octavius, roll perception.
God damn it. I have such a shit perception.
Nothing out of the ordinary yet.
He's just gonna stand around with a wine glass, chilling, keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
You know what any beginning Joker would do? His outfit. He's dressed as Joker from Persona 5.
Yeah, so you don't really, surprisingly, you don't really stick out.
Really, my pasty ass skin and blue eyes and freaking unnatural hair color don't stick out, or this flamboyant outfit.
You'd be surprised.
We
Yeah.
live
They all
in a
wearing
world
wigs.
of magic.
How many people you slept with are in this place?
About 100, maybe almost 200.
Bullshit. I did not sleep with that many people in this city.
Oh, okay. I misheard the question. I thought you asked how many people were in here. How many people did Octavius sleep with in here?
Yeah.
If you lined them all up, 20.
Wow.
Maybe 30.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
At about 50-50 split, male and female.
Wait, both male and female he slept with.
I was drunk a couple of those nights this last week.
So, he reminds me of another character we both know.
Shut it.
No, I'm more mocking Brian there. I'm more mocking the DM, hoping not to get smited by him. Or smitten, or mutin.
Oh, your smiting will come.
I mean, I really do like your...
You wrote your smiting a few minutes back. Point being, okay, so Thargurth and Octavius are currently the only ones inside. Chris, you are outside with Azrael at the moment, yes?
Yeah, just basically asking, you okay, guy?
Yep, progress have been made. Now let's go.
Yeah, I remember my first time I ever had to attend a big party like this.
I swear to God, if you write and across the other side of the balcony, this lone person.
No, they're alone. There are a few other couples chatting out in the balcony, but most of them don't pay much mind to you two.
Yeah, I think it was like my third bounty I ever took. I had to sneak into a party because the guy jumped bail a few cities away.
At least you're not the target of one of these things. What are doing?
Well, tiefling in a party full of humans.
Do I look human to you?
Most people don't assume you're trying to rob them. Probably don't assume you're trying to rob them, kill them, or corrupt every fiber of their being. So,
If I remember correctly, there are nobles that are tieflings here.
There
I'm
are.
more referring back to the first ever party. I'm trying to empathize with you a little bit. But all eyes were staring at me. I was still pretty new, pretty green in it. That guy almost shot an innocent woman when the guy decided to pull his sword on me.
This is actually the first time I'm in one of these parties without my mother. And the last time I came here was pre-teen.
Heck, you're doing a lot better than most people do at their first party. You ain't drunk yet.
Don't show me any alcohol or I might.
Uh, Trust me, with me, you're safe. You're safe on that.
If you got stopped right at the door, what makes you think I'm gonna be safe with you?
I absolutely do not drink any alcohol.
I rarely do, but at this point, I'd rather take poison than continue with these people.
Yeah, not really my type either.
So, cutting back inside. Octavius. Thargarth. Both of you are milling about when you hear this sort of tinging, this sort of glass, this sort of like stereotypical glass being tinged.
My ears twitch as I look around.
It's from, so this whole area sort of has this small rising balcony. It's how Octavius, well, no, Octavius. It's how, no, it's how, Azrael and Chris got to the second floor, to a second floor balcony. Standing in like this small half circle overhang is this rather well-dressed man who Octavius immediately sets off alarm bells. He sort of has this look in his eyes.
Oh shit, is this the husband of someone I've slept with?
No, surprisingly. He would be, well, no. Not this time, at least. Think.
This time, he says.
It's your father-in-law.
My dad's still alive.
Your father-in-law.
He's not married.
Yet.
As far as I know, who knows? That tattoo might have been an engagement proposal.
Not at the moment, no.
The way he says that.
But you've been a person to see, you've seen people like this before, people who just have no regard for anybody else.
Oh, so Jacques Schnee.
Sorta. That's probably the best definer I can give without getting into spoilers of who he is. People of noble birth, welcome. I'm hopeful that all of the refreshments are to your liking. Please enjoy yourselves. Consider it my treat to you. And I do hope we can all find a great partnership with one another.
Oh shit! Can
As
I
he raises the
insight
glass
this?
and everybody else does as well. Yeah, roll insight.
I have because Octavius has probably dealt with a few noble assholes before. God damn! I'm rolling shit tonight.
So, what exactly are you trying to insight aside from him being a noble prick?
I think we all just drank the Kool-Aid and we have to make a business deal in order to get out.
No, actually not. At least you can't tell. Picking up a glass from one of the nearby servants, sniffing it, you don't smell anything out of the ordinary, and most poisons that don't kill give off some kind of odor.
To be fair, even if I did drink it, my body's been ravaged by toxin before.
It might not have much of an effect on you. That is true. But
one of the benefits of surviving a plague.
Yes, that is one of the benefits. You do get a sort of bad taste in your mouth just from the way he sounds and the way he's looking at people. He's alone, and shortly after, he retreats backwards. Oh boy. If ever there was someone who you might need to look out for. And that's where we'll end it for the night.
Oh, God damn it.
Yay. That actually was a. That was actually kind of interesting.
The smiting will be swift and painful.
The smiting will be well deserved. Let's not lie.
Anyways,
2 weeks
don't
for
expect
this.
a fight. Yeah. Well, also a bit of bad news. My finals are coming up,
Yeah, so are mine.
So am I.
so there won't be. The next game will not be on the 15th, but rather. The next game will be the 29th, if you guys can make it.
I will definitely have to see if I can make it or not.
If not, then we can postpone it to a different time.
Hey, my finals are next. Aren't finals usually the next week?
My finals are... I have one final this week, one final next week, and one final on the 16th.
Weird. My finals are on the 12th and the 16th.
I think the last day of school for me is on the 14th.
Anyways,
My finals week is technically next week, but this class ends a week early before that.
Anyways. Night, guys.
Good night.
I